working on today is a split vinyl and half glitter cup. I saw this idea on YouTube. I will figure out the name of the lady that I saw do this originally. Because I'm filming for a YouTube right now, for a YouTube tutorial as well, because I'm going to do something a little bit different. But I will find her YouTube, and I will link it for the description on my YouTube. What I'm doing first is I'm just taping off this skinny 30-ounce tumbler. I got it from Rin Wells. It's one of their Misfit tumblers. So now I'm just going to flip it over, and I'm going to do about halfway.
Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll change it, change it.
All right, so for that first large piece that we're gonna do is gonna be this holographic, and I'm just trimming off the edges so I get a pretty good chunk. I want nice straight cuts. And we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna cut it at about here. Okay. I'm gonna set that piece aside for just a second. I'm gonna test it on my cup. Okay. Then I'm gonna grab my, I had my dry erase marker. So I'm going to grab my dry erase marker. I'm going to just kind of cut an angle that I want. We're going to kind of go like that. Okay. And then I'm going to bring it into my cutter. And I'm just going to cut pretty well on it. It doesn't really matter where, because I'm just going to wipe this off with my hand anyway. Now, I've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. All right. It's a little bit on the wide side, which isn't that big of a deal, because I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife to cut it. All right, which I have right here, and I have my little peely thing.
Seeing eyes of mine, what do you feel beside? I don't know where we're gonna fly like you did sometime.
Here we go. So I'm going to do the bigger side first and see if that helps lay down better, which it does appear it's laying down much easier. Now, I did not spray paint this cup because when I was watching a couple of YouTubes on how to do this, people were saying that spray paint was making it harder for the vinyl to adhere. So I did not base paint my cup, as you can see. All right, we're definitely getting it down a lot smoother this way. I don't know why, but it just appears to be laying a lot better this way. Don't worry, guys. You'll watch me struggle on the YouTube because this is not in high speed. I might make it in high speed depending on how long this takes. Okay. Hi, Tracy. All right. Here we go. Much better. That laid down a lot better the second time around. I don't know why, but it did. If I could only get this part to lay down as well. Okay. There we go. I am also going to hit it with a heat gun just to make sure you can use it. Yeah, I want to make sure that I have all these big ripples out before I go at it with an X-Acto knife, though, because this isn't going to have any kind of decal on it or anything, so any mistake is going to be super visible. So I want to make sure that we're not... I'd rather take the time to get it down really well and then only have a few bubbles rather than work around a bunch of mess ups. And I pretty much have it. I'm pretty happy with this. Okay. We're pretty well right up against that tape. Okay. Hey, you guys, I got it on. I'm actually really happy with that. There's a little bit of wrinkle right here. But when I cut this with the X-Acto knife, that'll also help lay it down straight. Okay. Actually pretty happy with that. All right, so now I'm gonna cut my pieces for stripes. And I'm gonna do them varying thicknesses, about a 1/2 inch to start with. And I'm kind of just picking colors that would maybe go together. Maybe, haven't decided. I do really like all of these pinks. I really don't think that hot pink goes so well. But let's work on, I'm kind of trying to lay them out so that we get some good ones. Yeah, I'm liking that. I think that'll look really good on there. Okay, I'm gonna save this for a stripe that goes over the joining piece. And we're gonna start here. Never mind, that's HTV, which I didn't know. So just ignore me while I figure my life out. Don't mind my purple painted hands. I keep trying to clean my hands and then I spray paint more. All right. The bright pink is HTV. So I'm just gonna give this a whirl and see how it goes. Again, I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of trying it. Okay. And what I'm doing this time is I'm just laying the vinyl down and peeling the backing up at the same time. Okay. That stripe actually looks pretty good, you guys. I'm pretty happy with that. I am going to do a small glitter decal, I think, or a small glitter line over this when I glitter the back half. Okay, so I like that pink. Let's see what else we got going on. We're going to go to this one. Let me set this all aside now that I'm kind of done with it. I kind of know what colors we're going with.
In eyes of mine. Love, love, love. I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, wrong, wrong. But I'll try to fix it. Love, love, love. I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, wrong, wrong. But I'll change it, change it. Inside of me, in this desert, I can look at you with love, seeing all that I can learn. Can you stay and I will grow the hanging gardens of Babylon. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll fix it, fix it. Love, 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 strong, strong, strong. We're doing
Okay. Now, the next part is equally as important. I'm going to pull out my tape measure. I'm going to come down. I'm going to take my dry erase pencil or dry erase marker. I'm going to draw a line that I am going to cut on. Think of it as like when you are doing like a fabric marker. Okay. So I'm going to start here by cutting the edge of my vinyl off. Okay. I'm just going to go super slow. And as we go, all right. It's just butted up here against this tape. This is a really sharp X-Acto knife. This is way easier than fabric because I'm not cutting through a bunch of layers. I mean, I am, but not like fabric. Just gonna peel this down. And you see it just makes a nice clean cut with that tape. Okay, I'm gonna set my X-Acto knife down before I slice myself. Okay, so I'm gonna throw all this to the side. Just gonna clean off my, there we go. See how we have that nice straight edge? We're gonna come back and we're gonna do the same thing on this side. This time I can see the paint or the painter's tape. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut right through on this painter's tape. Okay. And this one I'm gonna actually need to draw it. Oh, never mind, there it is. I was gonna say, I thought I might need to. Okay, now I'm going to come up here to the top. Just going to slice through that. Okay, so now we have the nice two clean edges. It's going to let me get a lot of those wrinkles out of that side of this side of the vinyl. Okay, I'm also going to come up here and cut a nice clean line with my blade just across the top. Maybe. Okay. And now I'm going to grab my cup edging tool from Wicked Shimmer and we're just going to slice in a nice straight line. Maybe in a nice straight line. That one didn't want to be in a straight line. Okay. Got it. Okay. And we're just going to peel it up. Ooh, that is not good. Okay. Okay. There we go. Perfect. All right. So now we have that nice, ooh, that did not cut cleanly. Let's try this one more time. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. A nice clean silver line on the top. And now we are going to do the exact same thing on the bottom, but I want a smaller piece on the bottom. Okay, so for this next step, I've taped off my vinyl. I'm going to spray paint it white, and then we're going to tack it over and over with some Pink Crafts Panda white to UV pink color shifting glitter. So I'm going to be right back. It's going to be a little bit just going. I'm using a foam brush. We're just going to brush the tacket on. I'm using a foam brush because I wanted it to be nice and pointed so I can get it right into the edge of where the vinyl is. Sorry guys, I forgot to start the filming for this. I'm just dumping Pink Crafts Panda UV fine white to pink. I'm gonna peel the tape. So after a little bit of deliberation with me, myself, and my 12 other personalities, I did decide that I wanted to add a little bit of something to this cup. So I'm going to attempt to add a little bit of this chunky gold from Glitter Heart Co. It's called Fool's Gold. We're gonna try to use the tacket over and over. I'm just gonna lay this down on my handle. And I'm going to just dip it in. I'm just going to paint it on really lightly. I'm going to try and get a nice, good coat. Maybe I'm going to switch to a paintbrush, you guys. Hang on. Okay, so I did decide to switch over to a paintbrush, because that's just giving me a little bit thinner of a line, which is what I wanted. Just gonna come along in here. I'm just gonna go along this line with this tacket over and over. Let's see if I even like it. I may have completely ruined the cup. Let's see what I think. Let's see. Oh. Okay, I think I do like it. Let me grab my fluffy brush and just brush this off in the spots that I don't want it. Oh, guys, I do like that. I'm glad I decided to do this. Okay. I'm just going to angle this down. Okay. Then I'm just going to brush this off where I don't want it. And once this dries, I'll come back in and brush it off some more, because I don't want to really disturb it too much. Use my hand to kind of angle it back how I want. There we go. Go ahead and pick up this glitter. And throw you guys in high speed.
Seeing eyes of mine, what do you feel beside? I don't know where we're going.